All you ever want to do is play. So let's play.
Yeah. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real emo, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real emo. I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke, real emo. I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke, real emo.
I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke, real emo. I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke,
yeah,
real emo.
well, we can hold the peace or we can wage war, but I'm gonna get what I came for. Real gang, that's a crew name. We all graduated to the two-door. Sacred Global, that's an infrastructure. All y'all niggas like the Titanic. I'm the iceberg, talking no Zucker on the front lines, but we don't panic. Shit getting messy, got nothing to rest, and I'm tired of niggas. They front they blessings, they want my suggestion, but don't want the fee. I'm just doing me, I don't answer their questions. All this flexing, got no one to see. All this aggression, I just want some peace. Not even sure that I like it in heaven. I guess when we get there, then we gon' see. I do not understand, I do not get what you do. You only got one life, but you act like you got two. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with kings, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real emo, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real emo. I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke, real emo. I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke, real emo.
I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke, real emo. I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke, real emo.
Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transferred to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown.
You are the king in apology.
You about to see a new side of me, I hope you know. We stand up and watch our enemy go. Empire fall, my legacy grows. I might just hop on this melody flow. All this vision, no clarity though. Y'all play a game that I bear in my soul. Ebony, ivory, nobody knows. Business vasectomy, nothing can grow. Everyone promises more than they actually do. We don't deliver on anything other than truth. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with kings, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real emo, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real emo. I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke, real emo. I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke, real emo.
I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke, real emo. I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke, real emo. You really have people fooled out here, don't you? When are you peasants gonna learn that you can't pretend to be a king? It ends today.
Skinny privilege literally exists.
Hold on to your tits.
I'm perfectly healthy.
Time for me to stuff some gains in your stocking.
My ribs!
And fat activism.
Go fuck yourself.
I'm sharing my own lived experience.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight! We choose truth over facts.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testicles, testicles. Oh, welcome everyone to episode 2053 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy Papa Swolio back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is sponsored by Everest and K2 Flexing on all.
It's the fucking Catalina one. It's the fucking Catalina one.
Let's get that nice and sharp, fam. Let's get that nice and sharp. We do have a nut to bust, and I'm really excited for today's show. If you're brand new to the man sleaziness, drop in the comments down below. I am very glad that you are here. And today is our Sunday Funday Q&Anus. So a little bit of golf clap around the horn. Yeah, not bad, not bad. So we got a lot of questions today. We just take pure questions. We don't have a tip. We don't have a knowledge cock. We don't go balls deep. We do knowledge cock the whole time. So I digress. Lots of questions today. So you can start by dropping your questions in the comments down below. Use the hashtag AskPapaSwolio. And remember, make sure you are checking us out on all the podcast apps. Now, I just noticed, I don't know if you all noticed this, but you can now leave a review on Spotify. That's right. I don't know if you can write a review, but you can leave some stars. So right there at the top, when you click on the podcast, you will see there's a little star rating. You can click it and leave a review. So if you enjoy the show, would appreciate a 5-star review if you use Spotify. But of course, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, anywhere you can, anywhere you bang your ear holes. And you can find all the live stream links over there at thedailyswole.com. And before we get into the nut, we got to talk about tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time for members only. We have our accountability meeting. It's going to be fire. Yeah. It's going to be fire like it is every... Some mango in my throat. Excuse me.
Come on, man.
Sorry, Grandpa. Sorry, Brandon. We have our accountability meeting tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time, Monday, December 20th, 10 a.m. So don't miss out on that. That's for members only. It will be a live call like it is every single week. So join us, swolenormousx.com. And like I always say, you could join for less than $5, less than the price of a mocha choca caramel maca fuckiato at Starbucks. All right. Why are you wasting your money on monsters? Why are you wasting your money on super sugary garbage lattes or big Jamba Juice smoothies that are literally just sugar bombs? Don't poison yourself. Join the fam. Join the greatest fam in the fucking realm. Tomorrow is going to be awesome. So I'll see you there for the live call. Again, you could join swolenormousx.com. Let's bust the nut open. Let's get into some questions. It's going to be fire. We'll see. And the great part about these types of episodes every single Sunday is, of course, we're repping America. Big time, baby. Fuck yeah, baby. But also, we don't know where it's going to go. We don't know where it is going to go. We don't know. We don't know what the questions are going to be. We don't know who's going to ask what question live. We don't know what we got on Instagram yet. We got a lot of questions here, and we're going to get into absolutely as many as we possibly can. Let's get this nut busted, shall we, fam? Let's fucking go. Let's summon the Falcon, and let's have a little party. Falcon. Fucking furry nip beast. Put some respect on it. The voice of an angel. My goodness.
USA, greatest country in the world.
All right, Tessie's looking a little bit rough. Looks like the Falcon roughed her up a little bit. And Leo, of course, Leo is drinking that sparkling eggnog as always. Well, drop a hashtag Swole Privilege in the comments down below for a chance to win today's Swole card. And if you're normally listening to the show, we got no SwoleFam posts today. We got more amazing SwoleFam posts that we're going to go over tomorrow with our live call, with our accountability meeting. And like I mentioned, of course, swolenormousx.com. And you can get in time for that tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern time. We will go over a lot of awesome SwoleFam posts. Of course, we'll be back here for Tainty Tuesday, but don't miss out on tomorrow's live call. It's going to be fire as always. See you there. Hashtag Swole Privilege. Let's get into the first questions, shall we, Beaches? Let's fucking go.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? All right, let's see. Tyler, Papa Swole, can we at least spit on it? Ha ha ha. Get it? Get it?
Stickers?
Yes, of course we can. Fucking hell yeah, right. Damn right. Of course we can. Of course we can. It's just knowledge cock the whole time tonight. All right, let's see here. Oh my goodness. Annika, update still awaiting the card. Please, Master Postman, don't check out my card. Yeah, it's amazing that the card will actually get there. It's amazing that the card will get there across the entire world. Across the entire world. So hopefully you get it soon. Hopefully you get it soon. But you know, international, it's always going to get checked. It's got to get, I don't know, screened for COVID or whatever the fuck they're trying to find in these things. It might not help because Australia has some of the most strict lockdowns and censorship of the entire world. Maybe having an envelope that has like the Swole variant all over it, maybe having like pictures of the COVID molecule all over it, maybe it's not the best idea, but hopefully I'll get there. Hopefully. All right. Mountain Maxwell, Papa Swolio. I've realized I can get an additional 10 plus inches of depth to my squat at lower weights. Is it worth deloading by 15 to 20% to increase range of motion? Hashtag Swole Privilege. You mean when you go heavier, you can't get out of the hole? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I mean, for me, it's full range of motion. I mean, it's hard to say because not necessarily 10 plus inches, I don't know how you're measuring that, but it's always about full range of motion. You're getting the most out of the muscles. Now, of course, if you have proper joint mobility and proper joint integrity, you can do that safely. You're not getting a ton of butt wink. You're not getting a lot of flexion in your lower back. Then it should be fine, but it's really not about the weight. It's about the weight that you can do with quality repetition. So it really depends on what kind of squat. Personally, the squats that I've been doing more of lately, I haven't been doing a ton of back squats. I've been doing either back or front rack elevated squats on a slant board to bias the quads. And I also do Bulgarian split squats. So I've been doing those a lot more than the standard back or front squats on like a flat platform. So it really depends on what area of your body that you're trying to hit. If you want more quad dominant, you can elevate the heels and then it shouldn't be a problem. But if you mean that you can't get out of the hole, then you might want to try. How do you feel? I would say, how do you feel? Do you feel like you're getting more? Does it feel good? Does it feel like a sick pump? Does it feel nasty? I would recommend dropping the weight and doing it with better form. If you have good form, go all the way through, in my opinion. But it does depend on what the application is and what you're trying to achieve. Because, sometimes if you're doing like powerlifting competitions, you don't necessarily need to go ass to grass. It depends. Michael, any word on the 7 Pillars flag and the SwoleFam flags? Yes, you will find out shortly. There's lots of word, but I can't say it. All I have to say, Michael, all I have to say is I recommend that you and the rest of the SwoleFam, as always, that you're there. And I appreciate the reminder, actually, Michael. So this might give a little hint, but make sure you're there Wednesday, December 29th for the Swole Year release party. We have major releases and we're going to talk about a lot of things, including, I guess I'll kind of give it away a little bit, including updates on flag action. So be there or be a jabroni or jabronet. So how's that for an answer, Mike? How's that, brosie? How's your recovery doing? If you don't know, if you're just listening and you don't know, Michael had a hip replacement, right? And how's it going? On the up and up? I hope. Let's see. Peaceful Bandit, I've only lost 1 card out of 8. Balls Deep Swole card went missing in action. That fucking sucks. It's so out of my control. That's a bummer. Maxwell, follow up on the squat question. Yes, I can get to 90 degrees knee bend with heavy weight, but if I go lower to the floor, I can't get back up. Well, there you go. I mean, you can do some progressive, like what you can do is, I'm sure you've seen people do chains or do resistance bands. And the reason why those are beneficial to attempt or to utilize with squats is because if you have chains, for example, as you squat, as you come up out of the hole, the more chain that's off the ground as you lift up, the heavier it gets. So during the stronger range of motion, the weight gets heavier. So it's kind of making it progressive overload. It's like adjusting the squat or using bands. So as you come up higher, when you're stronger, the resistance is greater. So it'll allow you to kind of be lighter in the hole and then stronger as you come up. So you might want to try something like that if you have access to chains or things like that. I don't have a ton of personal experience with chains, like training with them, but it's probably going to be something that I will get, as I build out stuff for the home gym. It's kind of like, all right, anyone that has a home gym, you kind of get obsessive. Like, all right, now what else can I get? I have all these things. What other toys can I acquire? So that could be a cool thing to think about, bands or chains. All right, let's see. Scratch my... there we go. All right. Killing the Rehab Brother. Nice. Very nice. Tyler, is blending protein powder the same as blending fruit when destroying the fibers and nutrients? That's a good question. If you don't know, for example, if you're eating, if you want to eat fruit, you don't want to blend fruit. You don't want to destroy the actual, like the fiber. You don't want to destroy the benefits of the actual fruit itself. Because if you're blending it, you're destroying the cell walls, you're destroying the fiber, you're destroying the like insoluble fiber and the things that will actually, or the soluble fiber that will slow the absorption of these sugars. So you're essentially making it like a fruit juice. You're just making it like a soda in many cases. I'm not saying soda isn't, like, I'm not saying that's not a better choice fundamentally. You're getting more from that in terms of nutrient value. But if you're going to eat fruit, eat the fucking fruit. Like, eat the goddamn fruit. All right? Just eat the fucking fruit. Because when you think about it, if you blend something up, you go to Jamba Juice, you get fruit, you're going to suck down like 500 grams of sugar. There's no way you're going to eat that much whole fruit. Think about it. How easy it is just to drink fruit. You could drink a whole carton of orange juice. Are you going to eat 30 or 40 fucking oranges? Have you ever tried to squeeze oranges and how many you need to squeeze to actually get like a cup of juice? It's like 20 fucking oranges. Might be an exaggeration depending on the size, but yeah, you get the point. Eat the fruit. Eat the fruit. I don't know if blending protein powder is like destroying it, but I'm not exactly sure, but it's possible. It's possible. When I have like grass-fed protein, then I'll just, mix with a fork, and sometimes it gets a little chunky. I always like unflavored. I don't like flavored stuff. I don't want stabilizers and things of that sort. Nestor Sanchez Cordero. Hola. Hola. ¿Cómo estás, mi amigo? All right, let's see. Mountain, the rack at my gym has attachment points for bands. I'll get some. Yeah, try it out. You might like that because then you'll be able to drop the weight. But then as you get up to the top, it'll be heavier as if you were lifting your other weight, for example, that you were saying in terms of your heavier squats. Yeah, I wouldn't really worry so much. I wouldn't worry so much about blending the protein powder, but I would just eat fruit, for example. Like fruit, eat the fucking fruit. Blending the protein powder is just going to make it not chunky, or you're going to get like big, like just chalk in your mouth. Aaron, I got 2 adjustable maces from Jocko. Adjustable maces. Why'd you need 2? Just curious. What kind of like you put the plates on them or something like that? Like the one that Pedro got. What was it? The shoulder rock or something from Kabuki. Nice, dude. How do you like them? Are they adjustable in terms of you fill them up, or is it just like plates? Like you put 2.5s or 5s on there or something like that? All right, let's see here. Okay, if you got more questions, you could drop them in the comments down below. Make sure that you are hitting that like button if you're watching on any of the live stream channels. If you don't know, if you want to watch on YouTube and Facebook is where we integrate the chat and also the chat from the SwoleFam Discord, but it also streams on Rumble and Odyssey. Got 2 channels on Odyssey, got the Swolenormous and got the Daily Swole channel. So you can also catch it on Rumble. I don't see the chats as of right now. I don't know if Rumble has the live chat. I think Odyssey does, but I don't have that window open. But you can also check out the podcast and check out the video on those platforms as well. All right, let's see. Let's do another question here. We got one from Asamfit, A-S or Aza or Aza M-Fit. Let's see. Papa Swolio, is eating ass anabolic or catabolic? Well, it sounds like we know who's got gains and who doesn't. Am I right? Am I right? Come on now. My God, it's anabolic as fuck. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that. Especially if it's from a carnivore. All right. If they're eating a lot of grass-fed beef, it's anabolic as fuck. AF. Anabolic AF. All right. Moving right along. Quality questions today. Like really need to know information, right? Need to know. You're never going to get this information in any other fitness podcast. We get to the real root. We get to the good. All right. Kotaro Fox. Papa Swolio, what is your preferred carbohydrate? My preferred carbohydrate. I would say sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes and fruit are my go-to, and raw honey. So in terms of prefer, like what I go to specifically, if I want all right, here's the deal. If I want a carbohydrate that's going to, maybe like resaturate glycogen stores, if I'm feeling a little flat, if I feel like I just need a little bit more strength, if I feel like I want to fill out a little bit more, I would go for some more sweet potatoes. That's pretty much a standard. I digest it wonderfully. It's a fantastic carbohydrate. I do like raw honey around my workout. I think that's a great place that I like to have it. For example, sometimes we'll do an early morning show, like I'll wake up, do some mobility, do my cold plunge, make some coffee, eat a little bit. Sometimes we'll do the show and I'll train after when the sun's higher because I like to be out in the sun when it's, I like to train early in the morning too, but I like it when the sun's out early in the morning. It's kind of dark and I like to be out there in the sun. So I'll have some raw honey before I work out. That way, because it's maybe an hour or two after I ate, but I want a little bit of something, a little boost, a little jolt, but raw honey is fantastic. So like for a solid meal with a meal, sweet potatoes would be my preferred carbohydrate. I have some white rice now and again. White rice isn't that, I just don't have it often, but a go-to is definitely sweet potatoes. Mr. Nuts 1985. Papa Swolio, where's the best place to find an idiot's guide to no longer being a fat mess? I'm morbidly obese, belong to a gym, but have zero idea of what I'm doing. I need a black and white do this list. Well, I would start by going over to swolenormousx.com and download the 7 pillars. That's a great place to start fundamentally. Also, if you are interested, when you download your copy, you can check out, we have offers for downloading the Nutrition Jumpstart. When you join Swolenormous X, for example, we walk you through the elimination diet and literally help you customize your nutrition. But the best place to start, there really is no like, oh, do this, because everyone's gonna be a little different, but you have to really you have to uninstall the way you've thought about training and fitness to this point, the way you've thought about nutrition, the way you've thought about approaching your life. So I would say the 7 pillars, download that. There's an audiobook, there's the Beyond 7 Pillars ebook, and there's the 7 pillars themselves, and that'll give you the best foundation. And then you can go from there. If you're interested in joining, you could join the fam for less than $5 and we'll help you tremendously. Through that, you join all the private communities, you can upgrade and get access to everything at any time, or you can just download the 7 pillars for free and get your start and join here on the podcast. So it's up to you, but definitely go there and check out that download. It's free and it's fucking awesome. That's what we do here. That's what the SwoleFam does every day. I'll put them up on the screen. Those are the 7 pillars, but you want to download your copy so you can see what those are and what is important about community, what is important about training and nutrition and mindfulness and recovery, mobility and everything like that. Okie dokie. Let's see. Another one from The Mountain Maxwell. Papa Swolio, I found an amazingly horrifying TikTok. God damn it. I feel like it needs your disapproving gaze. The best way to send it to you. I would, let's see. We were going to open up a Telegram chat where you can submit things for the show. Don't have that up yet. I would just post it up in the SwoleFam. Is it really horrifying? You don't want other people to see it. You can also post it in the Red, White, and Swole chat. That's where you can post things. The Telegram chat there. That's where you can also post it to, you can send us an email too, to support@swolenormous.com and let us know, just for another reminder. But the Red, White, and Swole Telegram chat is really where no one's feelings gets hurt over there. So the Red, White, and Swole Telegram chat is where like all the severely offensive stuff, whether it's social, political, and anything like that. The SwoleFam post, we try to keep it a little bit more fitness oriented. If it's really disturbing, put it in the Red, White, and Swole chat. We can handle it. Ooh, oh, good. We got some questions here. All right. Vaccine questions. Vaccine questions.
Attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
Peaceful Bandit, I know you hate the vax. Don't be careful. Be careful. It's not really like, do I hate it? I hate mandates. I don't want anyone to be, if you want to take something, you can take something. It's a free country. That's the whole point. I hate mandates. I'm against mandates. So do I think the vaccines are worth it? If you're properly risk stratified, maybe for someone who's immunocompromised or very elderly, then that could be a decent idea. Otherwise, get healthier and, you know, and you'll be fine. So, you know, if you're in a risk category, that it might help, but children, fuck no. Healthy people, you know, 20, 30, 40, fuck no. Like if you're older, maybe like 70, 80 plus, or you have complications in any category, then that could be a concern, but no mandates. Anyway, let's read the question. I know you hate the vaccine. Well, we just answer that. Would you object if a family member asked you to do a rapid COVID test as a condition to visitors because of my sister's health compromised condition, not coming now for Christmas? Who's not coming? I don't really think anything. Would I object? If someone wants you to take a test, that's not really a big deal, I don't think. That's not really a big deal. Like, I wouldn't be wearing a mask. I'm not going to go get a vaccine for it, but because those don't work, right? Masks don't work. We know that. But if that makes them feel better, like if they're actually immunocompromised, that just makes sense. That seems like if you want to go over there, all right, or don't go over there. So that's a personal choice, but I don't think that's a big deal. It's like, test. I don't have it. Cool. You know, that's not really like forcing someone to undertake like an experimental drug. It's just like, hey, let's do a test, like any kind of test. Yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think it's reasonable enough if that's the situation. If it's just like, hey, if they're just paranoid about it, that might be something else. But if there's like a family member that's really has problems and they're super paranoid, or don't go, right? You have a choice. Either do that or don't go. I can't really answer that for you, but it doesn't seem like that big of a deal. If they want to do a test, that's fine. And remember, getting the vaccine has nothing to do with you spreading it. This is not a pandemic of the unvaccinated. People that are vaccinated spread this shit like fucking crazy because it's a leaky vaccine and it's only effective maybe for a short period of time. So we know it's not that effective. So that's what the science will tell you otherwise. But we know consensus isn't science. So blah, 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 blah. Same old fucking song and dance. Okay, Tyler. Papa Swole, is there a specific time where your tan suddenly goes away? What? I don't know. I don't even know what that means. Like how long a tan lasts. I don't know. A specific time. Like a gremlin at midnight. At midnight, the tan goes away. Or like Cinderella. I'll turn into a pumpkin. I'll get pale at midnight. Yeah, I mean, if it's called adaptation. If you don't lift, keep on lifting, your body is going to not maintain muscle mass. There's no need to maintain muscle mass because you're not putting your body under stress. It has no need to overcome external force. So it has no need for those muscles if you're not using them. But if you constantly put yourself in an environment to need to defend itself against external stress, thus, i.e. weightlifting, then your body is going to maintain muscle mass. And of course, if you're eating properly and doing other things to maintain it. But if you don't get sun for a while, your tan will go away. It's just your body adapting to absorb rays and protect the skin. All right. Mr. Nuts, one day my kids are going to thank you. One day your kids are going to thank you, my friend. You. I'm happy to be the catalyst, but it all comes down to you. Like, that's the thing. When we, like, inside Swolenormous X, like, we provide the tools. Like, we provide the tools that you need, but you still have to do it. That being said, make sure if you're just listening and you haven't yet checked out SwoleNormousX.com, we do have awesome specials. I did mention that tomorrow we have our live accountability meeting live call at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So for members only, so you can still join. That's available with all memberships. And you can check out all the different memberships we have over there at SwoleNormousX.com. You get started for less than $5, and you can go all the way up to premium or unlimited if you want access to all the training and yoga classes. We have hundreds of yoga classes and meditation sessions and workouts, full programs. We have, like I said, full meditation sessions from 5 minutes to 30 minutes. We have Swollen 7 series, which are 7-minute workouts that cover kettlebell, mace bell, band, barbell, dumbbell. Like, we have foam rolling. We have everything that you need. So the bottom line is that you understand that you're undertaking this journey for the long term. And there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be challenges, but you still have to execute. So Swolenormous X is amazing, but it's only amazing if you use it. It's only amazing if you execute. And the 7 pillars are here. And bottom line, 7 pillars, you can see number 7 is consistency. So if you do pillars 1 through 6, but you're not consistent, then it's not really going to work out for you too well if you're not consistent with it. So you can do pillars 1 through 6, cool, for a week, and then take 3 months off. You ain't going to get results. So it's all about being consistent. So forging that 7th pillar every single day and checking them off your list. But understanding that you have to execute. But the best thing about the SwoleFam is that you have the SwoleFam by your side. We got Swole Text, we got the Telegram chats, we have the Facebook group, we have the Discord. So, you know, you got your accountability in your pocket 24/7, 365. And all you got to do is post up if you're struggling or you have a question. You just ask. Just post it up, and then you'll have everyone swarming and answering. Like, we just do it all the time. Plus, we're here every single day on the Daily Swole answering questions like this. It's fucking fire. All right, Davey Dave. What's up, Ish? Papa Swolio. Yes, Davey. I've lost 15 pounds this month. Fucking hell. Nice. I've lost 15 pounds this month. Starting to worry. I went from 205 to 190. I work out every day and eat all the time. Grass-fed beef, avocado, potato, some white rice. Should I worry? Should you worry about what? Are you trying to lose weight? You've lost about 15 pounds. You work out every day and eat all the time. Well, you're obviously in a caloric deficit as well. You're probably losing water weight as well. Are you trying to lose weight? Like, tell me a little bit about, like, how recently have you started? Have you started training? Like, how recently have you started training, or like, what's going on as opposed to last month? And like, are you weighing yourself in the morning after you go to the bathroom? Like, after you pee and poo? You can't be weighing yourself at other times of the day. Don't forget, tanning is racist. Oh my God, then count me in on count me in on that.
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate a man if he's white?
Woof. All right. I guess that pegs me, huh? Oh my God. I got American flags around me too. Oh my God. Oh my God. What a racist. And he's tan? He must be a SwoleFamithist. Welcome, Mr. Nuts. You have a great name too, Mr. Nuts. It fits very well in this show. Very, very well. Let's see. Bandit, follow up on the COVID question, the test question. Thanks, Papa. My brother was so insulted by being asked for a COVID test. A COVID test there. If there's someone there that is immunocompromised, I think it makes sense. I mean, everyone should be getting a test. That's the thing. Make sure if they are worried about someone coming in with COVID, they have to test everyone. You have to test everyone, because the vaccines don't keep you from spreading this shit. Okay. Okay. Implementing vaccines during a pandemic puts evolutionary pressure on the virus to mutate faster. That's why we're having all these fucking variants one after the other, like a goddamn waves in the ocean. We're speeding up this process because we didn't go for herd immunity and just leave shit open and let people, handle this very mild pandemic. Very mild. Oh, I forgot it's a boogeyman. I forgot.
Come on, man.
Oh, I forgot the agenda. My bad. I strayed from the script. Oh, damn. I forgot. Man, I need my handlers back. I need, where are the papers? Where's the script? The teleprompter broke. I forgot what I was supposed to say. Let's see. Matthew Serrano. How many Telegram chats are there? 3. We usually use the main ones are, we have a Swolenormous Procast one where we talk about Bitcoin and stuff, and finance and shit of that nature. Not financial advice, of course, but we just post like links and maybe a new podcast that comes up. So it's very chill over there, but Red, White, and Swole and the SwoleFam Telegram chats are the main ones. So the Red, White, and Swole one is more offensive content, kind of strays from just the standard 7 pillars. We talk politics and social stuff and, news and things like that. And then the SwoleFam chat is like straight 7 pillars and just general chat. It's a fire. All right, Mr. Nuts just download the 7 pillars. I'm going to start reading as soon as the kids are asleep. Fantastic, dude. Good. And then if you choose to join the fam tomorrow morning at 10, we have our live call. Otherwise, come back on Tuesday and chill again. Turn your notifications on, hit the bell and all that stuff, because YouTube won't notify you unless you're like up their ass about notifications. So hit the bell and turn notifications on, because the live stream again, the public live stream will come back on Tuesday. And also make sure you're checking out, subscribe. Oh my God, I got a lot of stuff on the bottom screen. What the fuck is going on here? Make sure you subscribe on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Subscribe to the podcast. That way, if you don't make it for the live stream, you can catch the replay. All right. Let's see here. Really? Peaceful Bandit, that's funny. I heard a Florida tan fades very quickly. I think it's true. I don't think it's true. I mean, you get different amount of sun depending on the time of year and what latitude you're at. I don't know if it matters if you're in Egypt or not. I don't know. I mean, if you go to Florida for a little bit and then you leave, it's going to go away just because your body, I mean, you build it up over time. Like, I can't wait for the summer. It was hot as fuck today, just cooking out there. Delicious. Tanner, Papa, I am currently de-thawing a cow heart at the moment. I'm going to roast it. What would you say is a good seasoning for it? Well, cow heart can be tough. I'm sure there's many different ways to cook it if you cut it thin or what, but the way I've done it is, aside from just eating it raw, you can marinate it in like balsamic vinaigrette overnight, and that's a nice way to do it. And then you kind of just, grill it or on a cast iron or something, like 3 to 5 minutes each side. You don't want to overcook that because it will be leather. You want to cook it lightly. So that's a good way to do it if you want to marinate overnight, because it's muscle. It's very lean, but so good. So good. If it's grass-fed and grass-finished, maybe you want to try a little nibble, a little raw peaskies. So good. Reasonable Alternative. It's a good name. Papa Swolio, should an overweight beginner do full body workouts or target muscle groups? Generally, anyone that's starting off with weight training should do, larger, more macro type splits, like full body 3 or 4 days a week, just getting your body used to recovering, get your body used to that kind of overload. So full body, not too much volume per body part. Keep it general, like a pushing movement, a pulling, a lower body, like 1 or 2 exercises, call it a day. If you're brand new, then you can go to more things like either push-pull, like a push-pull leg split, or an upper body, lower body. You could do 4 days a week, upper 1 day, lower 1 day. So do total body 3 or 4 days a week, and then transition to an upper lower split. And then, you can check back here, and depending on where you're at, but it takes time. Your body takes time to adapt. So the most important thing is that you're getting used to doing something every day. But the problem is, it's not like you're just doing 4 workouts a week and then that's it. You do nothing on the other days. That's why with all our programs and stuff inside Swolenormous X, we're always doing yoga and mobility. So every day, there's no off days. There's just active recovery days. So our rest days, quote unquote, are active recovery. You do sauna, you do cold plunge, you do some foam rolling, you do some stretching, you do some yoga. You're being proactive in recovery. You're not just sitting there just doing jack shit, right? So it's just about being consistent. All right, let's see here. Davey Dave, going back to that, should I be worried about losing 15 pounds? I've been working out for years, but been stepping it up since joining the fam. I'm 44 and trying to get back to the size I was in my 20s, 5'11", 195. Been working out for years, been stepping it up. Maybe you're not eating enough, bro. If you lost 15 pounds, I mean, look, there's always the potential that something, you know, you can go and get yourself checked out, but you know, not necessarily, there might not be something to worry about in that sense. You might think that you're eating all the time. You might actually just, because here's the thing, we sometimes don't realize out of habit, like I'm eating all the time. Are you really eating all the time? Or are you eating, in other words, objectively, what are you doing? So you might want to take a little bit more of an assessment. So this is where obviously food quality comes before counting calories, but this is where actually counting calories and assessing could be useful. It's like, okay, well, let's see how much I'm actually eating. And then obviously if you're losing weight, you might want to up the intake. So eating all the time, but maybe you're not eating enough. If you lost 15 pounds in a month, that's a serious deficit, bro. That's a serious deficit. Like, what are you eating? What foods are you consuming? Matthew, does eating less speed off the fat loss process? A lot of people really like intermittent fasting. You know, I don't think you should be eating all day long. I think 1 or 2 meals usually for the average person. It depends. If you're trying to bulk up and really pack on size, you need a lot of calories, you need a lot of protein. And that's why people have small meals frequently, because you're trying to, we talked about this yesterday, the day before. If you're trying to eat 3,000 calories a day, let's just say 3,000 calories a day. Granted, most people that try to bulk think they need to eat 4,000 or 5,000 calories. You don't. Most people probably just need 3,000, 3,300, something like that. But if you think about that, that's a lot. 2 meals of 1,500 calories with real food, good fucking luck. You're going to be bloated. You're going to feel like shit. It's going to take you an hour and a half, 2 hours to eat the goddamn food. It's not worth it. So you break it up. So 6 meals, 500 calories a meal. That's a lot of food. You're eating 6 times a day. That's like 2 or 3 hours. I've done that before. It's not fun. It's not fun. It's really, in my opinion, it's not healthy. Looking back on it, it's not really healthy. So it's really about total caloric intake, but it's really healthy to give your body a break from eating, whether you're doing intermittent fasting or you're doing 24-hour fast once a week or things of that nature. But, you know, eating within a restricted window, like eating within 6 to 8 hours of a day when it's daylight out, and then not eating outside of that is really good. So if you want to lose weight, you're trying to lose fat, it's a great way to satisfy yourself with eating full meals and also not overeating. Good way to keep yourself in check. Michael, another reason to lose weight, just applied for a new life insurance policy. Premium dropped by over $50 per month with improved labs and health. Holy shit. $50 a month. For reference, that's like $600 a year. That ain't peanuts. See? But you can be healthy at every size, Michael. So I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're trying to prove here, buddy. You could be healthy at every size, I thought. Oh, wait, maybe if you're a lot fatter, maybe they're going to pay out a lot more. I wonder why. Matthew, Papa Swolio, new to the SwoleFam as well. Everyone dropped some biceps and gorillas for Matthew. I saw you in the Telegram chat. What up, Bish?
Inconceivable!
Welcome to the SwoleFam. Welcome, Bish. Another day, another Bish. Welcome, Matthew. All right. New to the SwoleFam, my goal is to go from 192 pounds to 155 by June. Is this a realistic goal? I'm still a beginner into fitness. Is it realistic? Maybe. If you're a beginner, you might have a lot more rapid weight loss depending. Why 155? How tall are you? Like, give me a little bit more, because the weight is irrelevant. Like, it depends on your height. You might be irrational, because if you're putting on muscle, it might be 160, it might be 165. I don't know why 155 is important to you. So give me a little context. Why 155? What's your height? What's everything else going on? Let's see. What's that? 40? No, it's not 40 pounds. Is that 37 pounds? I'm trying to do some math quick. 37 pounds by June. Yeah, that's totally realistic. If you're losing 1 to 2 pounds a week, and that's about 8 pounds a month, 4 months, 32, June, it's like 6 months. Yeah, it's totally realistic. But at the same time, I'm not a big fan of weight goals. I'm not a big fan, because as you start training, you start lifting weights, muscle mass weighs more than fat. So you start putting on muscle mass and you start getting frustrated. Like, your ideal weight, you might think 155 because you weren't training, but in reality, 165 or 170 with muscle mass is going to be like where you want to be. So just keep that in mind. Give me some more details though. Why 150? I'm always interested. Why is 155 such a random number? Why not 154? Why not 160? Why not 150? Like, why? Everyone's got some memory in their head. I remember when I stepped on the scale and I was in a good mood and it said 155. Like, what's the reason for that? Why? Unless you have like a fight and you have to make a weight class or some shit. You're 5'11" or 5'10" and a half? Bro, why do you want to be 155? Holy shit. Bro, for fuck's sake. Like, that's about my height. I'm like 5'10" or so. And I'm sitting at like 205. So that's skinny as fuck. At 5'10", yeah, like 175, 180 with muscle. In my opinion, that's where you should be thinking that. Don't worry about it. If that's the case, don't worry about the scale then. Fuck the scale. You need to start lifting and take your time. You'll find that you're going to be a lot happier with more muscle mass. 5'10", 155, that's like a rail. Why? How come? How come that? Are you aware of that? Or is it like you want to be skinny? Just curious. Yeah, I still think you're off, bro. Matthew says 155 is a good size for me because being lean helps me with doing more calisthenics. Well, you could do calisthenics. You don't have to do 155, do calisthenics. I mean, if you're skipping leg day every day, like, need to pass cap? What's cap? I also want to get shredded. Okay, well, you're gonna get lean by having more muscle mass. You get to 155, you're gonna be skinny and bones. You're gonna be sinewy. You're not gonna have a lot of muscle mass at 155. If you want to be 155 and shredded, you're like going down to like 135. No, that's skinny, bro. Skinny as fuck, man. Seriously, I think honestly, I'm telling you, you could do calisthenics. If anything, if you still want to be a little bit on the leaner side, maybe 170. 170, 175. You could do all the calisthenics you want and you can easily be at that weight and be fine. Civil Air Patrol fitness exams. Yeah, you're not going to have a problem. Like, what do you have to do for that? Seriously, what do you have to pass for those things? A lot of times these exams that people tell me, it's like super passable with like basic fitness. So give me some insight on that. Look, anything you want, but I'm just saying, I think you're going to find that with lifting and doing stuff, that that's going to be really light. Really light. At 5'10", I would say 175 at the bare minimum. One with muscle mass and more. Bare minimum. Just curious. Look, it's your life. You're going to do what you want, but if you're going to put on muscle mass and that's light. That's light, bro. Light. All right, let's see. Andrew Abruzesi. Is Chipotle a good cheat meal if you want like 9 grams of sodium? A cheat meal? I don't do cheat meals. I don't believe in cheat meals. I think that's a fucking sham. Chipotle is not my choice. Tons and tons and tons of salt. I don't think their beef and all that is good quality either. I used to eat that kind of stuff. It's just super bloating, super salty. Make yourself a fucking steak. For the price of Chipotle, what is that, $10-15 when you go there? You can get 2 pounds of grass-fed beef. Just takes you 5 minutes to saute it up, get your ground beef, and then eat it. Yeah, fuck Chipotle. That's my take on it. Cheat meal. I don't believe in cheat meals. I think that's an absolute excuse. Look, if you're eating quality food, trust me, you're not going to need cheat meals. People think of people think of fitness as I have to eat chicken and rice. Yeah, if you're eating chicken and rice and broccoli all the time, no wonder you want to cheat, because I would want to kill myself too if I was eating that fucking bland ass shit all the time. You don't have to eat that to be lean. You don't have to eat that stuff to be muscular. You can eat real food. You can eat fat. You can eat delicious food and be satisfied. Anyway, those are my thoughts. And they're like, no, you're going to speed up your metabolism if you eat a box of donuts. Oh, really? Is that how it's going to work? You fucking idiots. Stupid. But I need the donuts so I can speed up my fat loss. Sure. Sure, bro Jackson. Sure. Maxwell, Papa Swolio, I'm building a home gym. Good for you, my man. My man, there you go. Home gym fam. Where's the home gym fam at? Like the Tessie mug? Yeah. All right. Do you think setting up for barbell, rack, bench first or kettlebell, mace bell first is a better idea? My goal is being strong in the mountains for elk, hunting, and backpacking. You might want to start doing like some hiking and stuff, like weight vests and stuff like that. So in other words, you mean like, what should you get first? All right, here's the deal. Like, I think in terms of getting stronger, you're not going to find, depends on what you're looking to invest in and like how much, like what you're looking to get. But if you want fucking strength, like heavy kettlebells and mace bells, it's so functional, so much power, so much endurance. I mean, you get a heavy kettlebell. I don't know what kind of kettlebells, if you have anything already, but you do like high circuits or kettlebells. You grab like a 100-pound kettlebell and you start doing sets of like 20 or 30 swings. It's going to be fucking nuts. Like, you get power, you get endurance. It's great for your hip hinge. It's fantastic. So there's nothing wrong with a barbell rack or a bench, but in many cases, you'll get a lot more. You'll be better on your joints in general. Be better on multiple planes of motion to get kettlebells and mace bells. Like my grip strength, just upper body endurance, my shoulder alignment, everything's gotten better since I've done kettlebells and mace bells religiously. So not to mention, I mean, they're not going to take as much space, and getting a barbell, a rack, and a bench, you still have to get plates. I mean, this shit's metal. And now, of course, with inflation, you know, plates aren't cheap. Unless you're getting used plates, you're still going to pay like $1.50 plus per pound, for plates. Then you need plates. And then, and then all you have is like a barbell on that. Like if you have a kettlebell, you can get, let's see, for a rack. I mean, I don't know. You're looking to get a used rack or a new rack. Let's just say a rack. Let's say a rack, a bench, a barbell, rack, and bench. That might run you $800 to $1,000. You might get a $200 or $300 or $400 rack. Okay, you might get a $200 bar, $600. You get a bench, $100, $700, but $500 to $700 at the minimum, right? For a rack, a bench. For $700, let's just say $700. Okay, that's not including plates. That could be $1,000. Let's just say $1,000. Okay, you can get every mace bell from like 10, 15 pounds up to like 35 fucking pounds. You're not gonna need heavier than that. You can get steel clubs. You can get like a kettlebells. You can get, 40. You could get a 44. You can get, like, if you're getting singles, you can get a 53. You can get a heavy one. You get like a 106 or a 97. You can get, and that would still be, you can get all that weight. You can get tons of kettlebells and tons of a whole set of steel of mace bells, and you can pretty much get like a real good blend of kettlebells for the same price. So, I mean, I recommend both too, but you might find, in my opinion, like you'll be able to jump right into it a lot more because you can piece them together. You can't just get like a part of a rack. You can get a mace bell and start fucking yanking that shit around. So to get a rack and to get all those things, to get that going, it's a lot more overhead to get started. All you got to do is boom, you get a kettlebell and you get a mace bell. It's like you're lifting already. You have to get the rack, you have to get the bench, you have to get the bar, and then you have to get the clips, you have to get the plates. I mean, and then that's what you have, which is great, but it depends on how much you're looking to spend. It depends on how much space you have too. So like I said, you don't have to get only rack. You don't have to, and that's the thing. You also don't have to only get, because you could do presses with kettlebells. You could do overhead with kettlebells. You could do rows with you get two kettlebells. Like, so what I have is I have certain doubles of certain kettlebells. I have two 35s. I have two 40s. I have two 44s. I'm probably going to get another 53, but I have two 62s. And then I have singles going higher than that. So you can do like rows, and you can do curls with kettlebells, and like you do flies with kettlebells. You can do presses with kettlebells. You could do snatches. You could do cleans. You could do just a lot of variety. And not only that, what I was going to say is you don't have to only get maces and kettlebells. You can get a weighted vest. You can get rings. You can get get a sandbag or two. Like you can get more functional stuff because what you're doing, and in other words, training needs to match what you want it for. So if you look at an athlete training, they're going to do a lot of like angles and like agility drills that aren't necessarily required for having a physique. So do you want a physique, or do you want to play in the NBA, or do you want to play hockey? Like what's your outcome? So you train for that modality. If you're going to be doing hiking, or if you're going to be doing backpacking, then you better start you can get, a weighted vest with plates and stuff, or a sandbag that you're, hucking around, because that's what you want to do. You're going to be dragging back a fucking elk. You're going to be having 100 pounds on your pack. Then you better get a pack that you can load up with plates, get like a metal thing. You can load plates on it, weighted vests and stuff, and start training with a weighted vest on it, because you better get used to moving around and doing all sorts of different things. You can even do kettlebell stuff with the weighted vest. Just get used to wearing a weighted vest. In other words, you're training for the outcome. So that's when changing your modality is important. If you just want to have aesthetic physique, and you want to have abs, and you want to have a V taper and this, well, then you're going to train differently. You're going to do isolation exercise. You don't care so much about carrying an elk through the fucking mountains. So this is a good example of doing something that, training for a specific outcome. Yeah, right, Matthew. Collecting equipment becomes an obsession or an addiction too. Yeah, it never ends. But at the same time, when you have a home gym, I like it because it requires you to be a little bit more creative too. You're not going to have the room or the capital necessarily to get all these fucking machines, but it's like, ooh, what else can I get to kind of take it up a notch? Ooh, let me get this cool piece of equipment. And in my opinion, building out the home gym has been the greatest benefit to my training, because I focus on exercise that I never would have gotten into, and it's actually taken my physique and improved all areas of my health and my training. So it's been a benefit to actually not training in a gym and building out and doing different exercise. It got me really so much more into kettlebells, got me into mace bells, got me into steel clubs, got me into a lot of different things that I wouldn't do at a gym. Just because when you're in a gym, what do? You go for the things that are already there. You go to the machine that's over there, you go to the squat rack, you do the standard shit. Sure, you can customize and do individual things depending on what your gym has, but you're usually doing the stuff that's there. It's like, oh, here, it's kind of like education system, right? You're in the school and you're taught what you're taught. You want to get a good grade, then spit back to me what I just told you. Do this way. If you don't do it this way, then you're wrong. It's like, hey, do this exercise. Here's a bench over here to do this. Here's a bench press. Here's a squat rack. Here's a Smith machine. Here's a leg press. Here's a leg curl. Here's a leg extension. People just kind of go around and kind of get stuck in a rut. Not that you can't do other things at a gym. And, I just think doing stuff at home opens your eyes up to, all these other different methods. It's made me so much happier with my training and so much more versatile. That's all I have to say about that, Johnny.
My name's Forrest Gump.
Okay. Let's see here. Matthew, hey, Papa Swolio. What's up, Ish? So there's so much fitness content on Swolenormous X, and so much content, and I'm used to just doing barbell and free weight exercises and cardio only. How do I build a good routine? Well, have you checked out the program Vault? There's a lot of different ways you can utilize Swolenormous X. The beauty of it is that we have content that you can come at from any different angle. So you can do a program, go do the 90-day dash program. You could do Scorched Earth. You could do Swole Season. You can go and just grab a workout straight up and just go to the workout archive and just pick a workout. So you can go either do a set program, which most members do, or let's say you don't have a lot of time. You want to pick like a quick workout. What do you have? You'll have bands, you have kettlebell, you have a mace bell. Go to the Swollen 7 section and just do a 7-minute workout. So we have pieces, we have different ways that you can approach it. So it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a full program, like an all around, all area program, if you're looking for a equipment free program, do the Swole Mastery program. We have the bulking program, Swole Season. We have Scorched Earth is more for muscular endurance. So it depends on, we have routines built for you, or in other words, you can build your own. You can go into the program customizer section in the program Vault and actually like, hey, here's a good outline for a split, and then pick your workouts from the workout archive and build your own that way. So it depends on if you want it laid out or you want to customize it, and we have all the options. But this is a great place to ask, but also inside the Telegram chat and inside the Facebook group, wherever you like to use the most. Definitely the Telegram chat is probably one of the best. And you can ask questions too all the time, or join on the live call tomorrow, and we can help guide you even more. All right, let's see. I'm trying to scroll back. I'm trying to catch up to some newer questions because I might have missed a few. Follow up from Matthew. There's yoga and kettlebell, which I haven't done before. There's also mace bell and so many things. What tools are right for me? What rep ranges or how many sets should I do? So you're throwing a lot at me. Like, I don't know what your experience is or kind of what your background is. You might have mentioned it before, but I forgot because we've gone through a ton of questions. But if you're looking for a program, I would recommend starting with the 90-day dash. That's where most people start because it kind of, breaks it down. It breaks it down for you. And it's a great all levels program. In terms of the Swollen 7, it depends on what you're interested to. I mean, the mace bells are they right for everyone? Yes and no. It depends on if you have, your coordination depends on what your physical health is like, what you have access to. Because a lot of people don't have access to a mace bell, but they see that and like, oh shit, I'd love to try that. So they go on Amazon, they get one for $30 or $40 and they get started. So it depends on what your goals are, but this is why it's great to ask these questions. And also in the chats and the Telegram and the Facebook group to really narrow that kind of stuff down. But we have the programs that are all laid out. So the best place to start generally for people that are maybe kind of relatively new to training. And, yoga is part of the 90-day dash program. And you can start there. And the great thing about the programs is it gets you used to doing resistance training and yoga and how that works into a schedule, like alternating day to day. So it really helps keep you on that pace and get you exposed to integrating yoga and mobility, which is pillar number 5 with your strength training. Cerny, are you still planning on doing a tour of all your equipment? Would love to see all that you have. Yes, I am. And I think we're going to do that. I think we'll probably do that probably put that out in like a Swole Motion for Swole New Year, probably launch that, do another vlog. Just been so much stuff going on. There's still a bunch of other things need to like film and edit. So this week's going to be pretty busy. So yes, and yes. Just kind of, slowly upgrading the gym. Still haven't unpacked or still haven't finished the little gym area. I actually have some other ideas for what we're trying to do. Actually planning on getting a shipping container out in the back and building out like an outdoor, like indoor-outdoor kind of gym too. So I don't know. It's going to be fucking cool. That was a relatively recent idea. So like paint it, put the fucking logos and shit all over the outside and get some more equipment, have some more space for that. But yes. Jen, having a home gym has helped me perfect my form. I feel no pressure to hurry my ass up because my equipment and nobody is waiting on me, and I'm not waiting on selfie queens either. Yeah, fuck that. It's nice to have like, hey, I want to do squats. Cool, I can do them. It's like, oh my God, I can just do what I want whenever I want. And that's the difference between a home gym and going to a gym. You have to pay more upfront. Yeah, you have to build it out, but it's an investment. So any piece of equipment that you buy, it's going to be good forever. Like you don't use up the equipment. Yeah, kettlebells might get a little rusty or who cares? You got some character. So like these things don't disappear. They don't break unless you break them. And then, if something does break, then you replace it as needed. But every piece of equipment that I get is an investment that I'll probably have for the most part, like for the rest of my life, like the steel clubs and the mace bells, like I'll never have to buy another one. And you get a mace bell and you use it one time, it's already paid for itself. You're like, oh my God, this is great. It's so great. Oh, that's great, Jen. I have a new appreciation for the 90-day dash, Swole season, and scorched earth as I'm learning more about programming and exercise science. That's fantastic. Silvers, how are weighted vests for building endurance? It depends on how you use them. Like any tool, depends on how you use it. If you put on a weighted vest and take a nap, it's not really going to be good, right? Get it? Haha. All right. I'm sure that's not what you meant. How are weighted vests for building endurance? They're great. It just adds a little bit extra weight. Think about how obese people feel. They have a lot of extra weight on their body, but adding a weighted vest is just adding resistance. A lot of times weighted vests are great for doing pull-ups or doing dips or doing lunges because it's like an even distribution of weight. You don't have it on your neck. You don't have it in your hands. So it allows you to do body weight exercise or other things and add more mass, a little bit more overload. So it can definitely be good for endurance. I don't recommend running and doing stupid shit like that. That's a great way to get tendonitis and jack up your back, in my opinion. Priscilla S. Siddiqui. Papa Swole, what type of fabric, soap, and softener? Don't use softener. Don't use softener. Don't use dryer sheets. None of those waxes and stuff like that. We use, what is it? Myers? I think it's called Myers. You want to get one that's no dyes, no fragrances, no phthalates, things of that sort. So make sure that's depending on where you live, what you have access to. I don't use dryer sheets, and definitely no softener, things like that. Softeners are just like wax. Just coats your materials in wax and stuff like that. And definitely don't use that for towels. It's not good for your towels. I wouldn't use those things, in my opinion. All right, John, love the virtual arms program. Yeah, I know. There's so many sections. Oh my God, the virtual trainer section is fantastic. So if you don't know about the virtual trainer section, you literally look at the workout and it's just audio. And it's audio and it's just me training, doing those workouts. Like literally those workouts, those are fantastic. My arms need a bit more attention than the rest of my body. Virtual arms added strength and made my arms much more shaped and beefy. Oh, beefy. beefy arms. We have Kenny, we have the ab wheel, right? I posted that, right? We had the masterclass for the ab wheel. Yeah, I think we did the ab wheel. I'm assuming an wheel is ab wheel. We did that one. So check Kenny, check out the masterclass section. I've just created so much content. I forget. I'm pretty sure we did that like a couple weeks ago. Turkish getup. That's a good one. We'll add that to the list. That's something else we're going to do. Sure. Do we have videos of that in the Swollen Sevens? Maybe. But we could do a master. We could do a class like breaking it down, like explaining it a little bit more and the reason for it. I think we have that in the Swollen Sevens. Tyler, can you explain one more time why people with ADD or ADHD have bad habits and unhealthy behaviors and don't seem to change at all with food and what they do? How do you mean? Is it the chicken or the egg kind of thing? I think a lot of people are overdiagnosed with those things. Like, I think everyone has, look, I'm not saying that it's not something that someone can't be diagnosed with. It can, some people can have these issues to a point when it's actually a disorder. And let me explain what I mean. What is a disorder? It's like, what is alcoholism? Like when it gets to the point where it's like destroying your fucking life. I mean, I know there's other definitions but in general, everyone's got a little bit of attention deficit. If you're sucking down tons of caffeine, tons of sugar, your mind's going to be scattered. You're going to be fucking all over the place. If you're stressed out, you're not breathing and you're going to be like, oh, I have ADD. A lot of people hide behind that shit and just use it as a justification to not get shit done or to be distracted. They get on medication and it's not really fixing the foundation of the problems. They're not getting sunlight. They're not eating quality food. They're not getting enough sleep. They're not meditating. They're not taking care of themselves, right? So a lot of these issues, like kids, they're pumped full of sugar and then sit in a class and taught garbage when they need to be exercising their bodies and going out and playing and interacting, not sitting in a chair listening about it. Here's 2 + 2. It's like, fucking go and move. They should be kids should be doing yoga and martial arts while in school. Like they should be learning things physically and socially. Shouldn't just be sitting in a classroom getting lectured to. So it's definitely overdiagnosed. It doesn't mean that some people don't have real serious issues with it, but it's definitely overdiagnosed. A lot of times it's a result of lifestyle habits and the food, and it just compounds. But if you hide behind it like a label, then you're just like a victim to your diagnosis. So I think that's a real bad thing in many cases when doctors are like, you have this. Like I suffer from depression or I have ADHD. It's like, oh, you have it? A lot of people are like, I am someone that has attention deficit. So then you kind of identify as that and you're kind of under this banner for the rest of your life as like someone who's like flawed rather. And a lot of times it can be a benefit. For me, what I found is I think a lot of people that have ADD or ADHD aren't doing something that they actually fucking enjoy. They're not eating right. They're not taking care of their health in that sense. They're not doing things that are going to settle that from the start. And they're often doing shit that they fucking hate. So of course your mind's gonna be, when you are really into something, when I'm really into something, when I fucking lock in, it's 100% focus. So if you're doing shit that you love, all your attention is going to be on point, in my opinion. And that's a general statement, but you get what I'm saying. All right, we're going to wrap this up in a few great questions. Let's see here. Matthew, I've been diagnosed with a chronic case of swolism and acute swolitis. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that. I think that's going to be, that's fatal. You're going to be fucking swole. We're going to have to get a double casket for you, Matt. Sorry to hear that. You have been blessed. You have been blessed. Sergeant Bear, great name. 100% agree. That's why I'm going to homeschool my kids. Fuck yes. If the last 2 or 3 years have taught you anything, it's to homeschool your kids. Don't let some lunatic teach them that, well, we won't go down there, but yeah, teach them stupid things. How about that? Sleepy Ninja, what's your recommendation for a workout or workout stretches for a 40-hour, 5-day-a-week cosmetologist with back pain? Ooh, yoga's great. Also, I would recommend, let's see, one of the problems with those types of jobs, hairstylists, cosmetologists, is that your repetitive movement patterns are always hunched over. You're always using the same arm all the time. I would make sure you're not using like elevated shoes. You're not using like heels, practicing yoga, working on knee. Check out the hip and, well, the knee mobility masterclass is coming, but the hip and the ankle mobility masterclass. Also doing exercises like we talked about, like Jefferson curls, and actually Mama Swolio, she's a cosmetologist, and she does Indian club to warm up her arm, and you do like in-out circles. That's great for warming up the shoulder. So even things like mace bell or Indian clubs are fantastic for warming up the shoulder. But having back pain is because of the positioning, activating your glutes, but also hip mobility, ankle mobility, knee mobility is really important. But just understand that if you're right-handed, you're always twisting the same way, you're always using the same arm, that's going to lead to like contralateral imbalances. That's going to lead to like oblique imbalances. And that's also going to put tension on your back. So it's really hard to explain all this. I'm just saying it, and a lot of it might just sound like words. It's just like, it's hard to break it all down just verbally. But I would definitely recommend yoga. And I would definitely recommend Sleepy Ninja, if you are a member, check out the hip mobility and the ankle mobility and the soon to drop knee mobility masterclasses in X, because those exercises are really important for strengthening that lower chain, the lower part of your body, which is where your back is coming from. So if you have imbalances in your hip, knees, and ankles from the ground up, you're going to have pressure on your lower back. So it's really important to help balance that out. Things like Jefferson curls and working your anterior tibialis are fantastic. Going through a full range of motion, strengthening. Jefferson curls are fantastic. You just have to start really light. But for someone, I don't know if you wear a lot of heels, but you want to really mobilize your ankle, do a lot of stretching, downward dog, calf stretching, but also activating the front of your shin. And you can do that as simply as leaning back against the wall with your feet in front of you and just lifting your toes up and down, doing like sets of 15 to 20. You'll burn like a motherfucker. It's working the muscles in the front of your shin, which will create more balance around your ankle. And if you have a lot of tightness there, that's going to affect your posture. Same thing with knees and hips. It usually just travels from the bottom up. Let's see here. Yeah, and getting back to that ADD question, it's like, obviously I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm just approaching this from a nutrition and health standpoint, but we all know that people are overdiagnosed with everything. You just don't want to make that create your, you just don't want to create your identity around it, because then you're always a victim, and it's always like, oh, I would do this, but I suffer from depression, or I would do this, but I suffer from ADHD. So it's because of that. Then you're on medication, and you're kind of outsourcing your responsibility for like fundamentally changing and improving your health, which can a lot of times negate the need for, or mitigate the need for, any kind of external drugs. And like, you're pumping your kids full of drugs, and or you're full of garbage food and in school, and then they're talking back, or they're getting antsy in class. Like, your child has attention deficit. It's like, does he really? Or you're pumping them full of like sugary cereals and soda and cookies and candy. on a cell phone, on an iPad, or watching TV all the fucking time, playing video games, and they're in school like fucking wound up to 11. Yeah. And then you're going to drug them, put them on speed, and then so he can focus. It's like, come on, fam. All right. This is great fucking questions. I'll tell you what, had a great workout earlier. Mama Swolio is making food. I'm hungry as fuck. We're eating a little bit later than I normally like to. So my God, we got to get the Swole card away because I am hungry, but it was a great Q&A. It was a great fucking Sunday Funday Q&Anus. I want to take this one comment before we give away the Swole card. This is from Aaron, and Aaron writes, as an elementary, wrong. I pulled the wrong one. Christopher Swole privilege. Thank you, Brody. Aaron, as an elementary PE teacher, I can say with 100% certainty that ADHD is definitely overdiagnosed. Yeah. So thanks for the input, bro. But I mean, how many of your students, right? How many of your students are on meds, pumped up to the gills? And you have to deal with that, right? And you have to deal with like whether or not Timmy took his fucking pills today. Crazy how we just get our kids hooked on shit since they're born. All right, let's see. Swole privilege. All right, let's give this fucking card away. Who's got some swole privilege? Can you smell anyone? What do you say, Falcon? What do you say? Who's got it? Who's got it? Who's got some swole privilege? Come on now. Someone's got it. Papa hates cheat meals. I see this. Scroll. Coming back down. 3, 2. We got a winner. Angela Coyle. Congratulations. Someone's got some swole privilege. And her name is Angela. Fantastic.
60% of the time,
all
it
right.
works every time. That doesn't make sense.
Fantastic. Everyone say congratulations, Angela. You hath won today's Swole card. Fantastic. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 2053 in the subject and your mailing address in the body of the email. And we'll send you this fucking Swole card. Oh my God, Matthew, it's bullshit. It's fucking rigged. It's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. Is it? We use Dominion machines. You know that. You already know that. I can't help it. If it's rigged. I can't. It's out of my control. All right, Angela, congratulations. Thank you everyone for joining for the Mancast. And we'll see you tomorrow. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot. Of course. Hold on a second. Let me pull it up. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. Be there or be a jabroni or jabbernet. Let's go, SwoleFam. Let's fucking go. Tomorrow, accountability meeting, 10 a.m. Eastern time, live call. All the information, countdown timer, and all that shit is available when you log into your account on your home screen. If you haven't downloaded the Podbean app, go and do that because it'll open up automatically for your private live call. And we'll go over SwoleFam posts. We'll talk about new releases, and we will get excited because the following Wednesday, the Wednesday after this one, is the Swole New Year's party. So we got big time releases. So that's going to be a lot. So tomorrow's going to be pretty chill. Got new releases as always, but we do have SwoleFam posts, and we are going to be looking forward to that Wednesday party. All right. So tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern time, I will see you all there. Let's nut this beach. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Go do some meditation. Go do some yoga. Go do some shit. Go get a pump on wherever you are, whatever time zone you're at. And we'll be back here tomorrow at 10 a.m. and back on Tuesday for the public cast to make more sick fucking gains as always, because it'll be Tainty Tuesday. All right, Falcon, nut this beach. Let's fucking go.
Dodson, we've got Dodson here.
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you.
First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own face. I'm leaving people.
What do you mean, you?
Your father was a woman.
I am the danger.
You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means. Mr. Strickland.
Don't forget to watch where the sun don't shine.
You are looking rather splendid this evening.
It's estimated that 200 million people have died, probably by the time I finish this talk.
I'm eating a mango right now. Don't hate me because I'm eating a mango. I was born this way. Oh, thank you so much for joining me for episode 2053 making some gains.
You're insane, Gold member.
Ah, yes.
Look at her. She looks like she's 19 years old, sitting there like a little lady in a race car.
Don't check out little girls. Not a good look. You always get the best advice here on the Daily Swole.
Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night.
No one has one. No wind.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
I got hairy legs.
No. Fucking nailed it again. God damn, he's good. God damn it, he's good.
Boom shakalaka!
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
There, my little peppercorn. Sleep easy, Tessie. Sleep easy, biche. See how fast I whipped it out? Quick release spool. Oh yeah, another win. Another win. Perfect execution. Perfect execution. I need that soundboard. I shall get that one. Flawless victory. Absolutely fucking great. Oh my God. Let's get one for the road. Yes. Fucking feels so good. All right, fam. Thank you for being here. We'll see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. for the live call. And great Q&Anus will be available for listening shortly. And we'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Peace, McGeese. Deuce, Magoose. Ya boy, Papa Swolio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they can't laugh and they so mad, it's like
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
that's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my